Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Polkadot. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right hand corner of the screen. Now let's jump straight into the TA. Taking a look at the daily chart, as you can see, we are printing a double bottom pattern here, and it looks like we're going to be losing this low because Bitcoin is probably going to be going back down to $24,000 at the very least, and if that happens, altcoins will definitely bleed. Now, we can set up this major support level over here. And we're coming back down to that level. We are retesting it. As you can see, we do have our local low printed down here in December at $4.22. That was retested here in June. And like I said, we're probably going to be losing this level, which is going to be negative. I'm not going to lie. It's not good losing a support level. We will set the technical targets to the downside on the weekly chart later in the video. For now, what is the short-term future for Polkadot? I would assume that we are going to be getting some sort of a relief rally. We might run into this resistance level over here, sitting at $4.65. The 20 EMA may just come back down to this level by the time we get there, and that's going to be a nice area for you to take some profits or swing trade, whatever you want to do. If you're holding for the long term like I am, that really doesn't matter, but you can see that we did have a bounce off of this area back in June 2023 before we eventually broke above, and now we lost that level again. So a back test of resistance and then another move down would be a possibility. Taking a look at the resistance block that we have above us, we did perfectly run into it, and the block is set up from $5.70 down to $5.30. This was our support for a few months here in 2023, and then we broke below it in May. We back tested it as resistance 3 times in July, and then we obviously had the retracement back down. So what is going to be happening next? Obviously, no one knows, but after these strong pullbacks, as you can see, we do have a very fresh example over here. We do tend to see relief rallies, and maybe we're not going to see a strong relief rally just like the one that we saw here. Maybe it's going to be a bit weaker, so that's why I'm saying the 20 EMA could just, reject us and that's it. A more bullish outcome would be a retracement back to this resistance block here. Let me just change the color of this one to, let's say, orange. So that level was our support for June and August, and we broke below, and now we might be looking at a back test of resistance. That's around $4.97 down to $4.87 if you're looking for any swing trades. Taking a look at the daily chart here, you can see that we are below our support, or we were below our support block here, set up between 32.2 down to 27.7 on the index. Every time we're down in this position, it's a great opportunity because every single time we have a move to the upside, whether it's a smaller one, kind of like this one we had in June 2021, or a more bullish one, kind of like the one that we had here in December 2022, where this is probably where you should have been taking profits in January earlier this year. And yeah, that's pretty much everything we have for the daily chart. Also printing some sort of a double bottom pattern here, but we are very oversold, and this is when you should be building your position. So if you still don't have any Polkadot in your portfolio, now is the time to think about adding some coins. Let's jump straight into the weekly chart. And before we continue with the video, I quickly want to mention my Patreon that's linked down below in the description. If you enjoy my content, you want to get more exclusive content, and you want to support me at the same time, definitely feel free to check out the Patreon because you're going to get a 7-day free access on my Patreon and an instant access to all of my content since October 2021, which is when I started. You'll get access to content like exclusive weekly podcasts, and we're starting to invite guests already. We have 40 plus low cap gem posts. We have a bunch of project reviews. We have a bunch of resources that are going to help you save time and make more money with this upcoming bull market. So this is definitely a great exchange of value for the both of us. And once again, there's a 7-day free trial. Feel free to check it out. You can leave anytime, and let's continue with the video. Taking a look at the weekly chart, you can see we have a major descending resistance trend line. We've been back testing it since August 2022, and that's our important resistance level to break. So $9 is going to be a very important level for us to break. Once we do that, we can say that the bear market bottom has been printed, because that's going to be pretty much the start of the uptrend. Until we do that, like I've been saying, I'm not going to say that we printed the bear market bottom. We could continue down here for as long as we need to, and the potential targets that we have here to the downside. So we're going to take the February low, and we're going to take the December 2022 low, and we're going to set the Fibonacci retracement with the targets to the downside. So we have $3.09 as one of our targets here, or I should say the technical target for this fractal. And then we have the 1.414 sitting at $3.44. And we have the 1.272, which is the minimal target, sitting at $3.74. So if you want to set up some buy limit orders around these, at around about these prices, you can do that just in case we see some sort of a wick down. But on the contrary, if this is a little fake out and we do have a move to the upside from here, this double bottom pattern is going to have a target to the upside, and this target would be sitting at around about $6.59. Now this would take us above this pink resistance trend line, which would be bullish. This is exactly what we are looking for right now. Unless that happens, you know, we're just in this downtrend for the foreseeable future. Also, what we could look at potentially is this descending triangle that we have here with a break to the downside, also possible. And if we take a trend line from where that triangle was created down here, and we place it down to where the breakout point could be, is going to take us down to $1.23. Obviously, that's not very realistic. So I would say target the 1.618 if we do break down from this descending pattern. And as you all know, a descending triangle is a bearish pattern. Until we print a bear market bottom, we're not going to be setting any targets to the upside. We're just about to invalidate this large fib that we have. So if we presumed, right, that the December 2022 low was our bear market bottom, these would have been our targets. If we start going lower, the targets are going to be shifted, obviously, because the fib is going to be shifted. So we'll keep the fib on for now, just in case we don't lose it. But by the looks of things, we're probably going to be dropping below $4. Taking a look at the RSI. So we are sitting at a very good buying level here. This support block here between 38.2 down to 36.07 is a massive block that we have retested in June earlier. And if I bring back my brush, so we had this back test here. We've retested it as resistance multiple times in 2022. We broke above in December 2022, and we back tested it as support, had a bounce. We're back in this thing again. So if for whatever reason we end up losing this, don't fear. You know, you can just continue dollar cost averaging. No one's telling you to go all in at these prices. But 30.6 on the index is going to be our next major support. So we've bounced off of this back in July 2022, in January 2023, and we could see another bounce in August, September, or October 2023. But keep in mind, the closer we get, to the apex of this sort of pattern that we have, this is not a very specific pattern, just a resistance and a support trend line. But once we get closer to the end of this pattern, you could see a break to the upside, because the closer you are to the apex, the higher the chance of a breakout. So just keep this in mind. We could be consolidating here until, March, April, May 2024, even June, and then we could see the explosion. That's pretty much it for Polkadot. Like I said, great prices. My average buying price, I think, is around $6.70. We'll see. I'm probably going to be getting more coins. All of the buy alerts, as always, are going to be on Patreon. Thank you very much for watching this video. Stay safe and have a great day.